Hi, everybody. My name is Heather Nichols, and I'm here with Reid Garcia. Hi, Reid.
Hi, Heather. Hi, everybody.
Um, and I wanted to interview Reid. He has a pretty amazing story about getting out of a lot of emotional intensity and stuckness and into a totally different reality with his life. And I wanted to interview him and have him share it with you guys and just kind of ask him about what's changed and what tools he's used to change it. So tell us, Reid, a little bit about your story.
Yes, so maybe a couple of years ago, I was just like stumbling around and like exploring different parts of life and going to massage school and going to psychic school and like just kind of being curious. And, maybe about a year and a half ago, I discovered the bars, and I was in a really like just kind of a really low place, like emotionally. And um, like really depressed, and like I just kind of just wanted to not be here, kind of energy, just like really sad and just like, you know, um, yeah, I was just kind of like, I was almost like searching for an answer, searching for like almost like a reason to live. And the bars just, oh my gosh, it just allows all these emotions that I thought were me, to just dissipate and to release, and just give me a new space to just kind of be more me and be present with me in my life. And it's such a gift, and I'm so grateful for it. Um, I don't know if I'd be here if the bars weren't here, if they weren't available. So I'm so glad.
And for those of you who don't know what the bars is, um, it's a modality of hands-on energy work where we work with points on the head. It's a part of access consciousness, and we work with different points on the head and just lightly, gently touching points on the head that clears a lot of stuff. It clears a lot of judgments that we might have about ourselves or the world, a lot of emotional intensity, stress, trauma, different things like that. It can change things in the body. There's actually a whole series of Google Hangouts here that we're doing around different stories of different things that have changed for people with the access bars. So I just wanted to let people know that's what he's referring to when he's talking about the bars. And so what are some of the biggest changes that you've noticed in your life since you started, and specifically like what we're talking about today is like with emotions, because emotions is like the emotional intensity can be so crippling for people. And I know for me, I used to be a psychotherapist, so I've worked a lot with emotions professionally but also in my own world. And I haven't really seen something give people as much emotional freedom as I have access consciousness and the bars. So can you share a little bit more about your story of just having a lot more freedom with from that emotional intensity, Reid?
Yeah, totally. So I remember before I discovered bars and before I was like really running bars a lot, I I was like in this point of view that I had to be functioning from depression, or I had to be functioning from sadness. I mean, that's the way that like people around me, like my family, were functioning, and I was like believing it so much that I had to function from that. That was like part of life and living. And so I was really caught up in that, and it really just deterred me from just really enjoying um, living and enjoying the things that I like to do, like going and riding my bike, or just being outside, or taking some photos of nature, or just just going out and having fun and going and eating a nice meal or something like that. It was just so deteriorating sometimes that I would just like stay at home and not really want to get out and actually enjoy life. So what the bars have done has done is really just kind of step me into a place where I I realized that I don't have to function from that anymore, that I can step into something totally different, a new space. And you know what? This is available for everyone. This whole new space of just like possibilities, like it's infinite. Like there's no lack of anything that can be created. We can create ourselves as the beings of happiness or joy, or just simply being and just having the adventure of life without having to be caught up in all these emotions. So it's awesome.
Yeah, there is such a value in our world around emotion in a lot of ways, like um, just sort of like believing that we have to be with our emotions and we have to process them and we have to make sure that we've sort of like, I know as a therapist, it was like the value was, you've got to like understand like every nook and cranny of your emotional experience in order to have freedom from some of the more intense emotions. And that's one of the things that I love about the bars is that it, I mean, the bars itself, I know for me, and for a lot of people, it does just dissipate that. Like you can lay down on a table, have somebody touch your head gently. You can fall asleep if you want to. You can have a chat if you want to, whatever works. And for a lot of people, there's this sense of like when after your bars are run, like I know for me, it's one of my go-to tools now when I'm feeling wonky in some way. It's like, I just need to have my bars run. And if I have my bars run, an hour later, I feel so much better. And there isn't this like long kind of drawn out like exploration of emotions that I used to do when I kind of had more, that was more my reality. It's more like, well, what if I could just change this like that, by having my bars run and by asking some questions or using some of the other access tools that reminds me that I'm not my emotions, I'm not my mind, I'm not my thoughts, I'm an infinite being. And there's a lot more that's available. So yeah, I love hearing these stories about what's changed for people because there's just so many different, unique, diverse stories of change with this stuff that it's just so cool.
Yeah, it's infinite. Oh my gosh. You know, could change anything.
I
Oh my
know.
gosh. I haven't seen any of the other hangouts you've done, but I'm excited to go watch those.
Yeah, so far we've done one on burnout. I just finished one on with a teenage girl and her mom that was really phenomenal. And
Yeah.
um yeah, there's a bunch of them and they're all going to be in a playlist. So if you're curious to know more, you can check that out on YouTube. My channel is Heather Nichols, but also really accessconsciousness.com is where you would go if you'd like to know more about the access bars and more about access consciousness. Um, it's in 177 of 191 countries in the world right now. And so you can find bars practitioners in almost all countries. Um, and those are people who can run your bars if you'd like to have your bars run and experience it. You can also take a 1-day class with a bars facilitator, and they're all listed on the Access Consciousness website. You can do a search for your country. Um, Learning how to run the bars, it's a 1-day class. It's very, very easy to learn. All you have to do is just kind of learn where to put your hands on someone's head. And the bars really, it's a push button system. Like they actually run themselves when your hands are there. And so you can learn it in a day. Once you take a class, you can run bars on other people, your family, your friends. You will receive 2 bars sessions as well. And you can include it in your business or whatever would be fun for you. So accessconsciousness.com is where you would go to find somebody in your area. And yeah, I wonder what else is possible.
Totally.
So thank you, Reid,
That's
for
great.
your time and sharing
You're,
your
you're
story. It's
welcome.
really
And can I
inspiring.
share I have just something else to share here, just like a quick little thing.
Yeah, please.
It's like for those of you who are watching this and you might be in a place of like sadness or depression, or you don't even know how to like get out of something. um, or maybe you're considering, you know, like not living here anymore, or just being in a space of like suicide or something like that. I was there, and I want to tell you, like, maybe the bars is something that will create something different for you. So come check it out if you're interested. And that was, yeah, it was just a lifesaver. So that's exactly what I wanted to say. So
Thank you for that. Yeah,
thank you,
there's a number of stories of people who have been suicidal and had their bars run even one time and it changed. And so yeah, these really can be life-saving tools. So
totally. We're so aware, and the bars just helps us to really just be the space of us and realize there's another possibility
yeah.
for life. So thank you so much for having this hangout, Heather.
Thank you, Reid. Thanks everybody for watching. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.